Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight.
Let those who worship evil's might
beware my power.
Green Lanterns light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core. It is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And speaking of the Core, today we'll be discussing Green Lantern Core number 1 through 6 from 2006.
Yeah.
So, lots of lanterns.
Lots of lanterns. Lots of lanterns.
A lot of the new lanterns.
Yeah.
And Guy Gardner.
And Salaak.
Salaak, yes.
And Kilowog.
A little bit, yeah. Yep. No Hal. No Kyle.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't really come to that realization, but yeah, there's no Kyle, and really, well, there's a reason for John not showing up in the other book.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 2 of the 4 are kind of MIA, at least for the first, first year or so, I guess, of Rebirth. I mean, Kyle does show up in the Ranthanagar War along with Kilowog, but John has not had a whole lot going on since Rebirth.
Yeah, I know. It's they John was working as like that fit. When Kyle left Earth, pretty much the Green Lantern of Earth that whole time. He's in the Justice League book, and now it's pretty much.
Now I don't know if is he appearing in the Justice League at this point? Because I wasn't reading. I don't know if I was reading that at this time.
Is this when they rebooted? If it's when they rebooted, I don't think so.
Okay,
I can't remember. Because I know they were rebooting. I'm trying to remember if we had a lantern. I mean, if a lantern were showed up, it might have been Hal every so often, but
yeah, I don't remember. Huh. Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah,
but yes, to be a lantern.
Nice.
Good book.
Yes, I have the individual issues, but again, I was lazy and I just read it on the app.
I've got the individual issues too, but I'm lazy, so I just grabbed the trade that I have on the shelf back there.
his big library. All right, so I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any Green Lantern news, unfortunately. Again,
let's see. No, we know that Jeremy Adams is writing the 2 Night Terrors books.
Yep.
And that's going to be 2 months, and then we know number 3 will come out
September.
In September. Also in September will be the Green Lantern War Journal.
Yes.
John Stewart, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, who did a really good interview with the guys over at the podcast of OA that I watched this past weekend. So he actually did. They did an interview with Jeremy, one episode, and then an interview with Philip Kennedy Johnson. I think it's the latest one. And good stuff, very good stuff. And then Dan over at Mosaic did a pretty good analysis of Green Lantern number 2, which I still have not read yet.
Couple days. Should be getting your books in a couple days, right?
Couple days. Yeah. I'm ready for it.
I'm trying to think what else is new. I mean, I don't think we didn't get a new episode of Discovery since we last chatted, I don't think. Or, no, not Discovery, Strange New Worlds.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I've heard that, I've heard good things and bad things about the Flash movie, but I've heard it's kind of a box office disappointment. Is that?
Yeah. I think they said Black Adam might have beat it. I mean, yeah, it's not doing the numbers. So,
yeah,
I think this past weekend, Across the Spider-Verse regained the number 1 spot. So if that tells you anything, yeah.
Nice. Okay. And we've got Indiana Jones coming up Friday.
Mm-hmm. Mm. That's right.
It'll be nice to see the fourth movie in that series.
That's right. You watch 1, 2, and 3, skip 3.5, and go right to 4. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, there was. I just ignore that one. It didn't happen.
That's like that joke.
No.
That's like that joke I heard. It's like, you get the 3-disc set of The Godfather. It's like a perfect party set to watch because you watch 1 and 2 during the party, then you use the disc for Godfather 3 as a coaster.
As a coaster. Nice. Harsh, but nice.
Do that with Indiana Jones 4, yeah. That's nothing. I think, it's like the middle of July. Was it Mission Impossible 7 comes out?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Cruise has been doing that forever because the first one came out in 1996. I remember seeing it in the theater. It was like the summer 1996. It was the summer after I graduated high school. I graduated high school in 1996.
My boys were born in 96.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, I'm old.
And that dude's still hanging off. Of airplanes.
Yeah, or flying them. Top Gun.
That's true. So there's a lot of movies. Blue Beetle comes out in August, I think. Yeah.
We haven't heard any more. It's kind of gone dark on the Green Lantern show. News, right?
Yeah, no. Because they've been. Everyone's been talking about Gunn coming in and doing the movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Did they say that there was a 2024 release date on that originally, or?
Let me see. Let me look this up. Let's see if they have any.
I don't remember
updates. I mean, that might have been the last thing, but again, they kept delaying it anyway. But now we have a writer's strike too, so
that is very true.
That's not going to help things either.
You are not wrong. Yep, the writer's strike. I hope they get everything that they want and then some.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything current, like any articles. The last article I see is from January or February maybe. But yeah, I'm not seeing any news anytime recent.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about all I can think that's going on in the world of Green Lantern at this point. We're going to have 2 titles. I think the War Journal is limited series, potentially.
I think
or do we know?
I think it might be limited series, yeah.
Okay.
Did I think it was in that link I sent you. I think it's at the cover of the first one. There's a variant cover with dog tags. I think it's a glow in the dark cover or something.
Yeah, you did send me that link.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they just afraid that they're not going to do the numbers on a second Green Lantern book?
I don't know. Well, it's not a book set in Gotham. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that stuff always sells.
Batman, my favorite character.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. Although I must say, I mean, they just canceled the Batgirls book. Tim Drake Robin's coming to an end. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So. Although I must say, there's only 2 books. I mean, I was going to say that DC, but pretty much anyway, in any of the big 2 books, the only 2 that they haven't renumbered in the last couple of years is the main Batman book. Well, the main Batman books, Detective and Action is doing their original numbering, and Nightwing. So,
Well, I think I know somebody that kind of likes Nightwing. I don't know who that.
Nightwing, my favorite character. But yeah, I think Action and Detective, they just like to keep that numbering because it's over 1,000.
Yeah.
They're like, look, we've been around longer than anybody.
Except you've rebooted 3 times. Changed numbering.
I know, during New 52, I don't remember seeing a big number on those books.
Yeah. That's something it's always kind of bothered. I was such an Avengers fan growing up.
Yeah.
And then they stopped it and they relaunched it. And then they relaunched it again a year later, 13 issues later, whatever. And then that ran for a while. Then they relaunched it again. And I think they've relaunched it 4 or 5. I think another relaunch is happening like in the coming month. And I'm like,
they just relaunched it with Jed McKay. He is a good writer, but yeah, it's on its issue 2. So yeah, I know. I don't know if they always thought they're like, oh yeah, this is going to bring in all these new readers, and it's just like, it's really not. And it's like you're devaluing a number 1 now. It's like, well, I got Avengers 1. Well, which number 1? Oh.
Which one of the 10 of those do you have? At this point.
Exactly. All right. But yeah, I was gonna say some of the books. It's crazy because I think, oh my god, I was looking at one day. I think Punisher might be like on volume 13 or something crazy like that.
It's nuts. It really is nuts. But they don't pay me the big bucks to make decisions about volume numbers.
I don't know. Some I don't know. I don't know about Marvel, but DC kind of needs somebody help. But hey, pay our team. Me, we'll come in there, kick the tires. Come on.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. All right. Should we get to these issues?
You bet.
We got some good Guy Gardner issues tonight.
We got some really good issues. Yeah. Soranik, however you pronounce her name. She's really like her, and she's kind of faded away in the last several years to be, kind of just a background character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to get interesting here, too, because I don't know. I mean, it's technically this series it wasn't part of the 1 year later thing, but I guess they had to jump ahead a year just to stay current with the main Green Lantern book.
Yeah.
And the rest of the DC universe.
Yeah. So we do jump forward a year.
Yes, we do. That's what I said, but you don't have the 1 year later thing on there. It's basically like, okay, it's a year later. All right.
Yeah, it's a year later. I haven't had shore leave in a year.
All right. So
I'm Guy Gardner, and I'm cranky.
Oh, yeah. It's weird. He says, he hasn't had shore leave, but you don't get any mention of, oh, hey, I was on guard duty also.
Well, he does talk about punishment, right?
Oh, yeah, but I don't think we get in the specifics.
I don't think he mentions it, yeah.
All right, so Green Lantern Corps, number 1. It says volume 2. When was volume 1?
I think it was the end of the original series. They called it Green
Oh,
Lantern Corps.
yeah, okay. We're counting that, even though we kept the original numbering. Okay.
We kept the original numbering, and it stayed called Green Lantern for like 10 issues until they finally changed it in the actual indicia. So, yeah. I'm that deep level of nerd right there. Okay.
So basically, it's volume 2, but this is the first issue 1 Green Lantern Corps has had.
You got it, dude.
All right. So Green Lantern Corps number 1, August 2006. To be a Lantern. Writer Dave Gibbons, penciler Patrick Gleason, inker Prentice Rollins, colors Moose Bauman, letterer Phil Balsman, and editors Peter Tomasi and Michael Sigling. Yeah, like I said, this one's a short synopsis. A year has passed since the massed ranks of the Green Lantern Corps defeated the Spider Guild. So yes, kids, this is a year after Green Lantern Corps recharge. From the Guardian Citadel on the newly fortified planet Oa, Green Lantern Guy Gardner is assigned, against his will, to a feudal world of shadows and sudden death. And across the galaxy, new Lanterns discover what it truly means to wear the Corps insignia, as their courage and comradeship is tested to the limit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's this there's a couple references in here to Green Lantern Corps recharge. Yeah, like you said, like Guy Gardner's shore leave was revoked, and then Guy says something to Natu about her performance on Vega. This happened in Green Lantern Corps 3 and 4. Green Lantern Corps recharge 3 and 4.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we also learned there's a canteen on level 3006 of the Guardian Citadel.
Now, if I remember right, doesn't Guy open up a bar?
Oh, yeah, doesn't he? Does he open a Warriors on Oa or something?
Yeah, on Oa or in a satellite around Oa or something, and it seems to be really if I remember right, it becomes really popular.
I think so. Yeah. I'm thumbing through here. Oh yeah. So I mean, this one basically opens up with like Soranik, basically feeling fear.
Yes.
And basically, she leaves, and basically her partner gets killed by the end of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the other thing. Guy wants to go in and talk to the Guardians.
Nope. Only Salaak talks to the Guardians.
Yeah, because he's really getting in Salaak's face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, enough, poozers.
I know, yeah, Kilowog breaks him up. One day, I swear, I'll take his ring and shove it where. Kilowog, be a tight fit, poozer.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, we mentioned the Guardians, but we haven't seen them in a while.
No, yeah, and I don't think so. At the end of the last issue of Green Lantern, they're talking about the 52.
Yes.
So we see them there. The number 6 of this takes place, I think. I don't know, or is this maybe 10 issues behind Green Lantern? So maybe it takes place around 2 or 3 or 4 of this series, maybe?
It probably does. I'm trying to remember the month, but it probably does take place around Green Lantern 10, because that's when 1 year later started, so probably.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, because they're probably after Infinite Crisis and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Another reboot. Another reboot.
Oh yeah, then we got the 2 Lantern. What was it, Cole and what's the other one?
It's Isamot.
Yeah,
Isamot, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, basically Cole's gonna, or is it Cole? Yeah, it's the control his anger. Let his anger get the best of him.
Yeah.
Something wrong with the level 3006 canteen. Better coffee in my office. True, but that's not saying a lot.
Exactly.
Was there an issue? Was it Recharge, or was it in the main Green Lantern book when they're just like, I think was it? Oh, it might have been the main book where Hal and Guy talking, where it's basically like, oh yeah, they try to replicate like Earth food and probably like food of other worlds, like in the cafeteria or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was Hal came back and he's like, yeah, they can't really get it, but it's good enough or something. Yeah, I think that was when he went back as part of Revenge of the Green Lanterns.
Oh
right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, but then they get to Kilowog's office and Soranik's there.
Yep.
Basically saying she resigns. Her power ring is cursed.
It's not cursed.
And then I found this interesting, that Betraris planet in Sector 1417, where the prince wants to be a Green Lantern in the worst way.
So bad, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, then we see Kilowog's checking Soranik's ring, and it's like, no, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's fine. It's fine.
But then she gets a call from her partner. He's in trouble. So yeah, Guy goes with her.
Yep.
She's like,
and then that gets them into the whole prince thing, which is really kind of interesting that he would, because the reason that Soranik and her partner were on that world is they were tracing these murders, right?
Yeah.
Of people that I guess the prince thought. Spoilers: the prince is the bad guy, but he's basically killing people who would potentially be Green Lanterns ahead of him, right?
Yes. Oh, what about this when they're leaving Oa and Guy's like says something about the Guardians building a suit of armor for Oa, and it's like a giant battery.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, but I couldn't figure out, was that a moon then that was outside of it and the batteries around Oa? Is that?
Maybe. I
wasn't sure how that worked.
Yeah, because I don't know if it make much sense to have Oa hanging there like right on the edge there, but yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because remember they lost their son, right?
Oh yeah.
And Core Recharge.
So yeah, that ends the first one. Is they're headed back, and Soranik's partners look like he's about had it. But yeah, set up. I mean, it was still good, but yeah, the setup issue where it's basically like, okay, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here.
Yeah, exactly. And we do jump around a lot in all of these books, between, the 3 or 4 groups of Green Lanterns, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, you're got to expect from a book called Green Lantern Corps.
Corps, exactly.
Exactly, yeah. And again, it's a nice mix of, lanterns we know and like newer lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Should we do the next one?
You bet.
All right. Green Lantern Corps number 2. September 2006, Death Trail. I think it's the same team. Oh, we might have a new letterer, Nick J. Napolitano. So, as one lantern falls, Guy Gardner and his partner seek to unravel the mystery behind his sudden death. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, another lantern struggles with demons of his own. And that's the whole synopsis. All right. Like I said, 3 and 4 will have more detailed synopses. So, all right.
Yeah. And I did, before we get going, Green Lantern Corps #1 came out at the same time as Green Lantern 13. So 12 issues difference.
Okay. Maybe once they started year 2. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like some of these covers. Like, I like issue 2's cover.
Oh, yeah. And this one was issue
1.
1?
Yeah,
that was 1? Yeah. I think they have the other covers in here, in this trade. But yeah, this has got some really good covers on them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so yeah, it opens up with the Guy and Soranik, heading for Betras again.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Guy blocking the laser fire with like a giant ring construct of himself.
Yeah. It works. It really works.
He's basically trying to talk Soranik through her fear. Basically, like, take out a gold mech. Imagine it's worth more points.
Yeah.
But yeah, then Soranik finds out her partner's dead.
And, she really kind of becomes one of the stars of the book.
Oh, yeah.
Before I guess, DC Rebirth. And then she's in, I guess, kind of sporadically as she, I think, takes over the Sinestro Corps at some point.
I think yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
I think that's still where she is.
Yeah. I mean, she got introduced to, like, in New 52, I think, but after, like, Rebirth, I think Jessica stole a lot of Soranik's, like, spotlight and stuff, and then we have Joe too. So
which is great. We're getting a lot more Green Lanterns.
Oh, then we see Kol Vath go to Mogo. How do you feel about Mogo basically being like the therapist?
I think it works pretty well.
Basically, I don't want to say ghost, but seeing the past and dealing with certain issues he has.
Yeah, lantern constructs, perhaps. I don't know.
Yes.
Ring constructs.
So, yeah, once he talks to the Mogos with some stuff, he goes back to his sector.
And more bad stuff happens.
Yes. Meanwhile, Betrasis, Guy and Soranik are still dealing with this. Of course, the prince wants to help.
Of course he does.
I am the best warrior.
I am without fear. You're also a psycho, dude.
And then Soranik, examining her partner's body, and Merton discovers something's damaged the part of his brain, damaged the willpower area of his brain.
What could do that? I wish I knew.
But then, who's this? The prince's sister, the Princess Ioland?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Remember her, kids.
Not saying why. Just remember
her. Guy. We try to interrogate this guy. Bad move. Don't they teach you an ugly school that only the guilty run?
Yeah. That's a Guy Gardner line.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they write. I mean, they do a good job. I guess Dave Gibbons doing a good job here, like keeping Guy in character, but he's not as obnoxious as he was in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it seems like he's still, Guy, but he's matured a lot. I think. I mean, I feel like that's something that they allowed his character to do. From Guy Gardner Year 1, Emerald Twilight, all the way through the end of his series and then the end of Kyle's series. They kind of let him become a little bit of an elder statesman, right?
Oh, yeah.
At least from a Green Lantern standpoint. And then when the Corps restarted, he's, back at it. So that's cool.
Or the Corps, of course, the prince, kills the guy wants to interrogate.
I wonder why. Why would he do that?
And then Soranik tracks down this... is it a doctor or whoever? But basically, this chemist, yeah, with the 5-strength chlorovenom vapor.
I think her ring does protect her, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
Well, she calls Guy. Yeah, she calls Guy.
Yeah.
Then Vath goes back to the sector house, but then there's a big emergency in the sector, and then he's calling Isamot. It's big. I need some help. Damn it. Oh yeah, and then our big cliffhanger at the end of 2. Guy comes back and's like, "Oh, Natu is dead."
Dun, dun, dun.
Big glowing coffin and all.
Green coffin.
Yes. All right. So what you think, Will?
Another good. I mean, this 4-issue arc, I think, does a really good job of showcasing the personalities of each of the Green Lanterns that we're talking about. And, if you'll pardon the pun, at its core, it's really, I think, Soranik's story, right?
Yeah.
It's her coming to grips with. I mean, she hasn't even learned the worst of it yet. Okay, about Green Lantern, but she's is becoming a Green Lantern, and then how she deals with that when she goes back home, and how her home deals with her being a Green Lantern, are interesting as well. But yeah, I mean, this is a quick 4-part story that we get in. We've hit the middle of it at this point. When Natu is dead, you're like, wait a minute. She seemed to be rather important. Is she really dead?
Yeah,
I guess so. They wouldn't fake us out or anything.
No. But yeah, no, they do a good job where it's basically just, we're setting up, it's Soranik's story, but it's like, you're bringing the people in by saying, oh, look, some of your favorite, Guy Gardner's here, Kilowog's here, Salaak's here.
Well, and they do a good job of showcasing kind of the different personality, because the people that came in with Soranik, Isamot Kol, is that his name, Kol?
Yeah. I think was it Kol? Is it Kol Vath or something? Yeah.
Yeah. And then, we're going to get to see other rookies. We see other rookies as well, but, that they form the core of kind of the book, with Guy Gardner being the anchor, right?
Yeah.
Which is good. But it's funny because I believe, post Sinestro, I can't remember when it happens, but Green Lantern Emerald Warriors is basically a Guy book, and that's like 12 issues, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So he's not, he kind of has his own book, even though I guess that's a limited series, or I don't know if it was a limited series. I don't remember. But then, there's the core book, which, gets along just fine without him, because I believe Kyle starts appearing fairly soon, probably after the Ion series.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably after Ion, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or it might even be after Sinestro Core War, maybe? I can't remember, but eventually, Cal starts showing up in this book more, yeah. Well, because he actually finds a new love.
Yeah.
Or
shame she's in a coffin right now.
Or should I say he's going to play doctor? All right, you ready to do 3?
You bet.
All right, Green Lantern Corps number 3, October 2006, Homecoming. This time we have 3 inkers: Prentice Rollins, Mick Gray, and Wayne Foucher. And I think we switched letters again, Travis Lantham. So either that or we went back. I can't remember. On Betrus, Guy Gardner shows royal siblings Ragnar and Iolan the coffin of Soranik Natu. After he leaves, a power ring appears before Ragnar and takes him to Oa to be trained as a new member of the Green Lantern Corps. On Staphis, Vath Sarn struggles to save the planet's natives from a massive natural disaster without the aid of his partner. Okay, so it's Vath Sarn.
Vath Sarn, yeah.
And it's Isamot Kol, yeah.
There you go, yeah. Sorry,
yes.
Yep,
yeah.
You're right.
I was confused too. Without the aid of his partner, the missing Isamot Kol, help arrives in the form of Green Lanterns from other sectors, and he leaves to go find his partner. Ragnar arrives on Oa, where he's greeted by Gardner and Natu, who had in fact survived. He learns that he has been tricked, and he has been brought to Oa not to be trained, but to be arrested. In his quest to become a Green Lantern, he had killed everyone else in his sector he thought might get in his way, including his brother and the current Green Lanterns. However, Salaak arrives to inform them that Ragnar cannot be held on Oa. His royal status grants him diplomatic immunity. After Meyert's funeral, Natu takes Ragnar back to Betrus. She is also given Meyert's ring and is given the responsibility of choosing his successor. Vath finds Isamot on Thanagar. Not only has he been part of the long process of rebuilding the world, but he has also fallen in love. On Betrisk, Ragnar is beheaded for his crimes, and Natu chooses his sister Ireland as her next partner. Gardner, who is...
But she does it right before he gets beheaded to know that...
So he can see. Like, yep, that's your sister. Gardner, who has finally managed to sneak away from Oa on his shore leave, relaxes on Restoria. However, in orbit, Bolfunga is intent on killing him.
Wait a minute. Hang on. That's issue 6, isn't it? Or 5?
That's what... Yeah, it's saying... Wait a minute. Yeah, that's what
I thought Guy... Oh, wait. Maybe Guy...
Hold on, let me see.
I'll look through here real quick.
Yeah, it's hard for me to remember because, again, I read most of these like in one sitting, so...
Yeah, me too.
Hold on.
No, that's... Yeah,
he starts... Yeah.
Yeah. So that's at the end of 3. I thought that was the end of 4. Okay.
Yep. Nope. Mary is sitting on the beach on the cover of 4.
Yep.
And I was gonna say when the Bolfunga name sounded familiar. When was? Hold on, I'm looking this up. Yeah. First appearance, Green Lantern Volume 2, number 188 from May 1985.
Moko doesn't socialize. It's that story. And then he also shows up in the Ranthanagar War, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Which is where Guy Gardner, makes him cry, basically. He's got a serious mad on for Guy now.
Of course, Bolfunga's coming back. Creators Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons.
Dave Gibbons, exactly.
Yes.
I like how he says, I almost deforested Mogo,
I know. What is that? Oh, yes, kids, in case you're worried about a resurrection, never fear. This issue was the death and final appearance of Prince Ragnar, so no resurrection for him.
Oh, and we do, coming up in the next issue, I think issue 6, we get Ranks, the Sentient City, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is also from that, first introduced in that Alan run, and Dave Gibbons, some of those backup stories. And so Ranks, the Sentient City, the Children of the White Lobe is something that was also used in those stories. And we get, that was the kidnapper that we'll see, coming up in a bit.
All right. So any other thoughts on 3, or do you want to get to 4?
I think we're good with, they get him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you get him. All right, so Green Lantern Corps number 4 from November 2006. Unrelenting writer and penciler Dave Gibbons. Inker Michael Baer, colorist Moose Ballman, letterer Travis Lantham. Yeah, so everyone's basically... Yeah, so basically this time, Dave Gibbons is taking over penciling also, so... On Restoria, Guy Gardner is enjoying his vacation, having drinks with 3 feline humanoids. Suddenly, a ship streaks across the sky, heading for a crash landing. The girls think Guy should go get his power ring, but Guy says he's on vacation. He then reveals that he's joking, as a ship like that has more than enough safety features to prevent any fatalities. However, the pilot is Bolfunga the Unrelenting, who desires vengeance over Guy Gardner for the incident in the Vega system. On Scythonis, Soranik Natu is informing her former partner Meyert's parents of his death. She also tries to give his power battery as a reminder, but Meyert's mother angrily rejects, blaming Soranik and the Green Lantern Corps for her son's death. In grief, she tells her to leave. Before she goes, Finn, Meyert's father and a former soldier, tells Soranik that he appreciates her visit and understands why Meyert accepted the ring. He also asks to keep the battery, saying that he bears no ill will toward the Lanterns and will cherish it as a memory. At Restoria, Guy is just about to invite the 3 alien women to his hotel room for a little siesta when Bolfunga arrives, vowing to see himself avenged. Guy doesn't know how he found him, but tries to slow him down. Unfortunately, one of the girls is killed and is revealed to be an android. was about to make love to a robot. Who is he? Lilith Hellfire? She's working on sex bots, kids. Get your orders in now. The other two, as Guy uses an anti-gravity device to throw Bolfunga into a sphere of water. Guy storms off, more angry that his vacation has been ruined than anything else. On Thanagar, Vath is still reacting to the news that Isamot is planning to start a family. However, his presence makes the other Lizarchons agitated, especially since he's a Ronian. A trio of Thanagarian law officers arrive before the Lizarchons get physical with Vath, but they soon have bigger problems. A Citadel war fleet drops out of hyperspace and begins a bombardment of Thanagar. Vath heads into space to stop the bombardment, but Qualiar says that she has reached the time of breeding, so Isamot must choose his partner or his chance at a family. What is this, every 7 years? Pon farr is upon them.
Pon farr.
On Restoria, Guy reaches the lobby and tells the manager to open the safe containing his power ring. Guy is able to hold off Bolfunga long enough for the manager to open the safe, but it takes a while as the code was changed without his knowledge. However, when they open the safe, there's no sign of the power ring. What's more, Bolfunga is now very angry. If it's Guy Gardner, I mean, can only certain lanterns do it, like Hal Jordan? I'm like, shouldn't he be able to will that ring to him?
I think he could. I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's not in the safe now, but if it was in the safe, should he be? I could see Guy Gardner be like, yeah, just come through the door. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Blow it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're playing this a little bit more. They're playing Bolfunga a little bit more for comedy. So, I get it. They want a little bit of a comedy of errors here. But, Guy's not exactly a rookie. And the fact that he would have his ring in the safe doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But, I'm just going to go with it.
Well, he was like, I don't want to get interrupted by calls or anything, but...
Yeah.
I could have seen Guy carrying a gun, like a blaster or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you could just say, ring, do not disturb. Yeah, put all notifications on pause. It works on Slack. Why wouldn't it work on a, power ring?
Yeah, but I could see him, like, being able to override, like Salaak can override it or something. Isamot Kol, basically family or duty. Oh, and then Soranik trying to give away that lantern. I'm like, we found out how much those lanterns cost.
Those are expensive.
And again, I guess you need a ring, but I'm just like, you're just going to give these people. I mean, how much power is in a battery? It's like,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of a big deal.
And we know how many millions they cost, Earth dollars they cost. So,
yep.
Tell his mother, man, you could sell that thing. But yeah, I mean, Guy. I think the main story is Guy and Bolfunga.
Yeah, exactly. Although we do get, doesn't Soranik go to Mogo? Was that in the?
Wait, was that?
I think that was this issue, wasn't it? Because we see the people that she was unable to save, even though she can't. She tried.
Oh no, she's on Oa in issue 5. Yeah.
Oh, in the next issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I read all these together in the trade, so they kind of all smushed together.
Me too. I just went, or on the app, just went one to the other to the other. All right. Like I said, I don't have a synopsis for these last two, so.
Well, in 5, 5 is really the second part of the story from 4, where Guy, gets his ring back and is getting ready to smack Bolfunga around, and then Salaak and 2 other rookie Green Lanterns show up, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then Soranik, we find out, that she feels guilty because she wasn't able to save everyone, and Mogo's trying to help her deal with that. She also goes home, and she's treated as Space Hitler, so which is somewhat fitting,
Oh yeah,
considering family relations and all. But anyway, there was another cool thing that happened. We see Salaak coming back and talking to to Kilowog, and he's got one of the flowers from that Restoria planet. Like, yeah, I had a nice little mini vacation.
Well, he went off with those 2 remaining Tigra robots. Yeah, because he gives the guy his next assignment and tells him to take off. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, Soranik on Mogo, and so, but yeah, Kol and Vath are basically following the. Well, they follow the fleet, but they go to they go to the Vegas system. So the Ring's like, no, you guys got to turn, turn around. And failure to obey is a court-martial offense.
Yeah, this brings up something interesting, I think, in the current book, because, well, we don't know the current situation, but the last that we know of the current situation in Green Lantern is that all Owen stuff is gone.
Yeah,
that includes the Malthusians, that includes the Guardians, that includes the Controllers. So Vega is going to be, without the Controllers, basically. What does that look like? I don't know. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, because again, I mean, we're not getting a big shot of space in the current book, because since Hal's like, on Earth, even John's back on Earth, so it's basically like But yeah, at the end of 5 is when Guy meets up with the Green Lantern of what sector is that? But yeah, they do go to ranks, and and then at the end we see Soranik. No one in the hospital wants to work with her, so she uses her ring to do the operation herself.
And then they're like, you used unproven technology. It's Owen tech. It's like thousands and thousands of years ahead of our technology.
Unproven's probably the wrong word, but it'd probably be. Yeah. I mean, I think they literally think of Green Lanterns as basically Nazis, so it's basically like, oh, yeah, you're using Nazi tech, and
Yeah. That's right.
Oh man, who did that cover to 6? That's a nice cover.
Is that may have been Dave Gibbons?
If it is, it might be a different. Dave Gibbons and Moose Bauman. I was gonna say, I don't know, I thought it looked a little different than the interiors for that last issue or 2.
But that splash page is really great with Kilowog.
Oh yeah, no, the first page, yeah. Basically,
now I'm getting mad.
Yeah, that's when Salaak shows up, because he's like basically trying to tell Princess Ayala, and you got to do what is it? Record
data entry.
Yeah, data entry. Yeah. And basically, Salaak comes up and asks her nicely, and she's basically like, "Oh, very well. I appreciate your civility."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when Salaak's holding that flower, and basically.
Yeah, he's got the flower. Yeah, that was this issue. Yeah.
It had a little shore leave, very relaxing. You seem tense, Kilowog. You should get some R&R too. Yeah, then we see Guy on ranks, and yes, we see the city's alive.
We have Guy to blame for ranks being so angry now at Green Lanterns, right?
Yes.
Which makes sense. I mean, it kind of does. Guy inspires deep emotions.
And then basically, at the hospital, Soranik's basically tell her, your medical career is basically over. So yeah, she leaves, and the outside, everyone's just calling her a fascist traitor, and we don't need you here.
And she burns. They take all the stuff out of her apartment, and then she just torches it and leaves.
She's like, "Yep, that's my old life. That's done now." And then basically. A lot of this is just Guy and that other Lantern battling ranks. Then we see Vath and Kol, and they find out Kol's woman has basically found another mate. She couldn't wait. The Guy that Lantern finds ranks his brain.
Yeah.
He's like, tell us what you want to know. Guy's like, I'm gonna start doing brain surgery.
They're there, I tell you. Yeah, I'm really mad.
That's so funny, because he blasts like one part, and the ranks is like, I can't feel my playground.
Yeah.
But Soranik burning all her stuff. It was a hostage situation. They find, the other Lanterns like, oh, here, I'll free you, child, and it's a and Guy's like, no, that's the child, the kidnapper's the child.
That's the kidnapper.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's the size of a child, but if you look at her face, she looks kind of old.
Yeah. Well, then she kind of explodes in like a suicide bomb or something.
Yeah. It was as if existence itself blinked. So ranks didn't like that. So basically, yeah, they get expelled.
Violently.
Yeah, because the other lantern's like, it appears that we have been vomited out, guy, or worse, can't tell up from down or front from back. So yeah, guy tells this other guy, he's like, take this girl back to her father. I'm going to OO for a nice long shower. But yeah, so again at the end we see Ranks swearing. If Ranks had it fast, to be swearing revenge.
Swearing revenge against all Green Lanterns, but Guy Gardner in particular. He has that effect on people, doesn't he?
Yep. All right. So what do you think, Will? Very good start, I think.
I think, yeah, great start. I mean, and the core series is very, very even, high, and I'd say high quality throughout this first entire run. Now, I haven't read the New 52 version of it, but I'm going to assume that it was as good. It was probably as good as I think maybe the writers stayed the same across the break.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I haven't read it in a while, but from what I remember, that was one of the things, besides Batman, that they didn't change too much because it was doing so well.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was weird.
Mm-hmm. But it's off to a really good start, and I think it just keeps getting better too. As it goes on.
Oh yeah.
Especially as it and the Green Lantern book, become, and then also the Ion book, become involved in Sinestro Corps War.
Yes. Yes, because I'm glad you brought that up, because next week we'll start the Ion book, yes.
And I always forget who wrote that, Phil. Can you remind me who wrote that?
Oh, that's right, kids. He was telling me before we started he's old. So, yeah. All right, old man. Yes, the Ion book, which we'll be covering the next 2 weeks, was written by...
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, we have to start the show with that next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right. So, anything else?
I think that's it. I think that post-rebirth Green Lantern is living up to everything that I remember it being and more. So
yeah, starting strong. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, like I said, next 2 weeks we're going to be doing Ion. Next week we'll do Ion 1 through 6, and then in 2 weeks we'll do the second half 7 through 12. And then the week after that, we'll get back to the regular Green Lantern book for Green Lantern 14 through 17. The week after that, we'll get to Green Lantern 18 through 20. So basically, we're doing 2 weeks of Kyle. We'll do like 2 weeks of Hal. And then we'll be back to the Green Lantern Corps books with Green Lantern Corps 7 through 9 and 10 through 13.
Nice.
So yeah, so basically, we're doing 2 weeks of Kyle, 2 weeks of Hal, and 2 weeks of Green Lantern Corps. So
nice. And after 13... then we're into Sinestro Corps War, aren't we?
Yes, I was about to say. Then it starts. Yes, so two Cows, 2 weeks of Cow, 2 weeks of Hal, 2 weeks of the Corps, and then we jump right into Sinestro Corps War,
which is awesome. I mean, it's awesome. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yes,
because we're going to talk a lot about how many episodes are we doing on it actually?
What? Oh, the Sinestro Corps War. 1, 2, 4. So like a month of Sinestro Corps War.
Sweet.
Well, yeah, there's all those specials in there, Will. Like,
yes. Superboy Prime?
Tales of the Sinestro Corps Cyborg Superman. Yes, Superboy Prime. Tales of the Green Lantern Corps Ion. Yeah, so there's a lot in there. But yes, kids.
Lots of good stuff.
Our 2 villains with the S's on their chest were going to make their return. So,
and arms are not going to be safe, so watch out.
Who went to the bathroom on guard duty?
How many parts actually is the Sinestro Corps War?
I
mean, they have like 12 parts, 8 parts, 10 parts. I can't remember.
I think I have one. It might be like around 2021, because like it looks like the first 3 weeks we might have like 4 issues, and then like the last week might have like 5. So it's around 2021 parts, it looks like. So
okay, cool.
Yeah,
so I didn't remember how Because it starts off with a special, like the Sinestro Corps War
Sinestro
special
Corps
number 1.
special. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like first 3 weeks are like 4 issues apiece, and then the last one's like, was that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, because last week I did because I don't know if it's a follow up. Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Secret Files and Origins number 1. So
gotcha.
That'll be one of the last week. So yeah, so there's probably around 20 parts, and then like Secret Files and Origins stuff. Yeah,
cool, very cool.
Because there are a bunch of one shots. So all right, kids. So so send us your thoughts. Lots of good stuff coming in the next few months. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. But yeah, on the podcast, we start off, I think we start at the first episode you'll hear in September will be the beginning of the Sinestro Corps War. So
nice.
Yeah. Oh yes, and remember, find all things Capes and Lunatics, all of our shows, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon. Please subscribe now so you never miss the monthly Drunken Lilith Hellfire reviews of Heroes Reborn. We're halfway through already, so. And of course, the July episode is going to be Captain America, so you know that. You think she ranted about Avengers? That's nothing. So find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right, Mr. Will Allred, Master of the Core, Master of the Quantum Zone, Master of Kickstarter, podcasting, and Crossover Division. Where can people get a hold of you?
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED on Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and other social media that I probably forgot that I set up. If you want to read some of the comics that I write, we just finished recently the hardcover Kickstarter for a hardcover of Crossover Division Volume 1, which collects the first 4 issues. That should be going to the printer fairly soon, and then we'll have a nice big yes, thank you, sir. We'll have a nice big oversized hardcover with those first 4 issues in them. Really looking forward to seeing that. If you'd also like to find out more about Crossover Division, you can do that at crossoverdivision.com. Another book that I've written is called Diary of Night, and you can find out more about it at diaryofnight.com. And like Phil said, he's not the only podcaster I annoy on a regular basis. That would also be Kevin Joseph, the writer of Tart. We hang out on Friday nights, do something called Explain Yourself, where we bring on comic creators who have live crowdfunding campaigns and try to bring more eyeballs to, indie comics creators. So check that out. It's called Explain Yourself. And finally, you have great taste because you're obviously here listening to us, which means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. And if you'd like to find out more about Quasar, you can do that at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
He goes limp in my grip.
All right. And of course,
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Tom DeFalco wrote our favorite line from Star Blast, right?
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
I believe so, because that was from the Fantastic Four book, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh, my goodness. Indeed.
Let's sum up the 90s comics. They weren't even let's sum up Star Blast. They weren't even attempting to enter our orifices. All right, kids. So, yes, first half of Ion next week, and then in 2 weeks, we'll wrap up Ion. And then in 3 weeks, we'll get back to that SOB Hal Jordan.
Who's having a blast.
All right, kids. Coming back next time. And remember, don't piss off alien bounty hunters or living planets. Good night.
Or living cities.
True.